Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. Yay, I'm down the beach. As soon as I walked out my back door this morning, I was like, I have got to go down the beach and do a read for the big channel. Oftentimes if I have gear with me, I'll do special things for the little daily pops of positivity over on Sparkrest Inspiration channel. But I was like, oh, I don't think I've done a beach read, and I want you guys to be able to see what I'm seeing right now because it's so unbelievable. So this is one of my local beaches, and it goes on and on and on, and it is utterly fantastic. And that is actually Hagen's fishing pier over there. He fishes there in weather when it is suitable, and also at high tide. But I love it because right next to me, as you can see, I got all the seagulls over there. They're really like domesticated. You could walk right up to them and they don't even like bat an eyelash. So here's going to be our choices today. What I'm going to base this on basically is what messages does your higher self as well as your guides and your ancestors want you to hear. I know when I quiet my mind and I just chill the hell out and get out of my own way, I really hear some beautiful messages. I also get to experience unbelievable synchronicities. Like today, one was really unbelievable that happened yesterday when Hagen woke up. He's like, oh mom, I just had this craziest dream. There were these birds and they were picking me up, and it was like I was surfing on the water, but there were so many of them, they looked like little flashes of diamond in the sunlight, so I couldn't tell what they were. And I'm not kidding you, when you look at this, what do you see? It looks like flashes of little diamonds, right? And when they float, what they do when they're cleaning is they can float, and they flap their feet around. And I could picture today exactly what he was sharing with me about his dream. It was the craziest thing. But like I said, when I am guided and I listen to my intuition, I get out of my own way. I know my body needs exercise, fresh air. I go to these places and I experience these things, and it's really remarkable. So here's our choices. Number 1, you guys, is also a number 12, bearing fruit. I feel like if some of you guys have projects or connections you're wishing to come forth, this is a good card for that. Definitely. Number 2 is also a number 41, a higher view. I feel like people that we need to switch our perspective, which I'm constantly tweaking that, a higher perspective, a different vantage point to expand, as opposed to have my world be like the comfort zone. That is a good choice for that one. And number 3 is ears wide open, number 33. Our guides, people in our family, our higher selves are constantly trying to tell us things. Sometimes we just need to listen and slow down. It's all about just slowing down, really, because I know I can be a Speedy McGreedy and think, oh, I need to do this, accomplish, go forth, blah, 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 blah. Where it's all about, let's slow everything down, because that's where we're going to notice, right? Another thing, too, that I've been paying attention to is serious active listening. When people are telling me things, I'm looking at body language, I'm listening to the tone, urgency, so on and so forth, so I can get an accurate read on what's going on, stopping our own head, our own voice, so we can truly listen. So let's go with number 1 and see. I'm really into these cards today. I find them so beautiful. So let's see what's taking place. Every once in a while, a little gust of wind comes up, so I have to have some stuff down here. Spirit of gratitude, and let's pull. I have my decks in these holders. Spirit of gratitude, letting go of lack mentality is going to be huge. 3 of Wands, while we're planning our future. How nice is that? So Spirit of gratitude. 3 of Wands is like also good social energy. It's kind of like, working in threes. This may be also a date that is good for you. But when we're talking about this in terms of this, when we envision our future, I definitely feel that your higher voice is saying, don't be fretful, don't be fearful, don't play worst case scenario in your head, because you'll shrink away from opportunities and options that are meant for you. Do something a little different each day that kind of stretches you. I have to do this. Honest to goodness, I'm such a weirdo. I have to be out of my house before 1 p.m. or I will not go out and do the things that I need. It's like I work on a cycle and a time, on kind of like a time clock. So notice what your cycles are and how to utilize them for, optimal health. When do you feel at your highest and most robust in vitality in your day, and go and exercise during that? Where do you feel the most communicative or best, where you can avail yourself of the most information? If you're studying, work in those cycles. I know how my cycles work, so that's why I know I got to get my booty out the door for exercise before 1, or I will not do it. What is like the number one thing that keeps coming back to you in your mind, in your psyche, that you want to prepare for? Is it for a new job? Is it for a new venture or relationship? What is your next big kind of plan in your head, and are you paving the way for it? Are you paving a clear path for it? Meaning not taking too much in. I like the analogy of like hoarders. If you have too much stuff in your house, even if you bought the most beautiful hand-carved table, it is not going to enhance your life because everything else is cluttering and clamoring for attention as well. So you need clarity right now. And I have to do this each day when I wake up. I clear my head and I go, what's really important for me today? What didn't I do yesterday that is necessary for my health or to benefit my growth, And that was, I didn't go outside and I didn't exercise and move around. And once I do that, I get so much more out of the day because then I have more energy. And fire signs there's a unique thing within us. If we have all this pent up energy, creative, physical or otherwise, if we don't, we almost burn out on that, and then we can get exhausted because our mind is going and our body isn't doing anything. So pay attention. What is the plan for you? What do you want to do? Are you in fact open to discovery? Are you watching patterns that you are utilizing that benefit you, but also might be haphazard? Like, do you let yourself get so hungry that then you just grab any old thing that's laying around your house with high sodium, junk, all of that? Do you find yourself triggered by certain things and reactive? Are you still allowing people, places, and things in your life that drain your energy or just aren't basically good for you? Paying attention to those things. And whenever we're open, we're open to have gratitude for the smaller things. More things really do come in. Abundance comes in because we allow for it, we ask for it, we're ready for it, we're prepared as well as, aligned with it, which means we have gratitude. Whenever I have gratitude for something little, I'm telling you, big things come in. Like oftentimes, if I've been over generous with my family or something and my PayPal's getting really weak, I will find if I wanted to do a generous gesture for myself or somebody else, all of a sudden that money tends to come in. Things of that nature. Also do have the spirit of gratitude when somebody gives you something. This is going to be really important in this holiday season. Even we have to let go of this kind of weird preparation of disappointment that people like to be dissatisfied. It's really weird. You get in a conversation, they're so quick to tell you why that restaurant was a disaster, why this was A, B, and C. But after you hear that for a while, it's like it makes you a bit despondent. So let's let go of the air of dissatisfaction. And then if also people are constantly voicing that to us, protect your energy and set a boundary and say, I like to hear positive things because my mood sometimes is on a kind of like a weather vane. And if it's always blowing negative, I'll start to feel that way. So actually stand up for yourself if people are just power dumping on you and saying, oh, you wouldn't believe this A, B, and C. It's like, I feel people should ask somebody else, hey, I just had an experience and it kind of threw me for a loop. Do you have the bandwidth to hear this? Not just walking the door and dumping everything on somebody and then thanks, and then you feel better, but that person is left with that energy. So really stand up for yourself when it comes to that. Like instead say, hey, could you tell me something that you have gratitude for, you're happy about? Because, it will change your mood speaking about things that you like and that you love. And people, that you'll notice that you ever start talking about something that's so delicious or this great trip and somebody loves it, their whole mood, their posture, everything changes. So direct that kind of traffic of conversation with other people so you can feel better. But I'm definitely feeling group one. The number one thing is whenever any kind of like shady or murky thing pops in, you're the one that gets to delegate your thought patterns. So tell it, you need to leave. You're an ego-based thought. You're always telling me I need to be or do more. Simply not true. I want to rest and I want to have gratitude for what I already have. I don't need more constantly. That kind of energy and you'll feel good. And this is a big one for me too, because I am always like seeking out new experiences and things, and it doesn't necessarily have to be things, like materialistic things. So beautiful energy, group one. I love that. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget, press like and subscribe if you like this. It really helps me. I'm really excited for you because Gratitude 100% is everything, changes our mood, lifts us, makes us feel great. So you guys, now we're going to go on to number 2, a higher view. Yay, a beautiful uncaging. Now a higher you knows that you have potentials that aren't being met. I know I have a lot, and I heard this reader this morning say, you are, and I have been thinking of some really unique things that I want to do, and I know in my mind's eye that I have the potential to make these a success, but it does take focus and follow through. So what are a couple of things that you have on your back burner that if you simply paid attention to, gave it love and care, had focus and follow through, it would turn into something? Your higher self is saying, you have these gifts and talents, just get that ego the heck out of the room that's going to tell you, oh, you need to be a perfectionist about this, you need to procrastinate until it's just right. Again, Goldilocks, too hot, too cold, all of this stuff, too hard, too soft. Get rid of all of that energy and just say, the beginning is what I need. I need to process the beginning, because once I get that momentum, I'll be unstoppable. And that's really what's going to happen for you. Some of you guys have an unwritten book. You have a interview you need to go to. But again, your higher view of yourself is you have something inside of you that is just bristling to come out and bloom and blossom, and it's going to be phenomenal. It's going to help you economically. It's good. It's part of your true path. It's something that you're aligning with. You feel it. It's like a budding flower. You're not going to start ripping petals open so it feels like, oh, it's a full-blown flower. It needs to be initialized. It needs to have love and care. It needs to get a format and a blueprint for it. We are that kind of like immediate gratification, time in this world with Amazon and everything. We don't have to do anything. It comes to us immediately. But when it is our own unfolding of our own magic and our own initiation of something that is true natural gifts and a path we're supposed to be on, we're paying attention to the right things and the things that we should 100%. I feel like all these truths are going to show up for you, and you're really going to pay attention this time. You're not going to overthink or be embattled. Yeah, look at this. That's your very near future when you start this beautiful uncaging. So one thing you have to have is focus, follow through, faith in it, and also know that sometimes we hit some roadblocks. Sometimes we hit things that we don't foresee. I'll give you an example. We were digging in our backyard for our new gas pipe, and Hagen hit one of the sewer pipes and it cracked, and Ian all of a sudden went to the left thinking, oh my gosh, it's going to be $10,000, blah, 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 blah. The guy came over and was like, I have the part, it's no big deal. And I knew that, but I can't make somebody else feel the way I feel. I can express, listen, I've seen this, I know. You're thinking worst case scenario, it's going to be all right this way. So what you're going to be able to do with that too is you're not going to catastrophize. You're really going to minimize these little glitches and realize, hey, I recognize that there's delays. I recognize that, everything doesn't just come through in a blaze of glory and gold, buckets of gold and all the little leprechauns dancing around, give me everything I want 24/7, but this is coming. Some of you guys have had monetary worries, but your guides and your higher self is saying, don't worry. You're really starting to plant the seeds for this successful venture, and it is coming, and you are going to really have the energy to watch and utilize the best cycles of your day to get these things done, feel good about yourself. But the optimal word here that I keep hearing is don't push, don't rush, and don't allow your ego to tell you need to do more, better, faster, all that. I just need a sip of water real quick. I feel too that I'm hearing, don't involve too many people in this recipe, because what happens is we get a vision of something that we want to do, right? It's just pretend like you're a director, and all of a sudden your assistant director is telling you, oh, no. This movie needs to be like this. You need to set it in New Zealand. He keeps changing and flipping the script on you, and other people will do that with their opinions. So minimize the amount of people that you're letting in on this plan. Also, it pressurizes you to kind of show forth, you know what I mean, as you're talking about it. You'd much prefer to drive up in that new car and be like, ta-da, then, hey, I'm planning on getting this. And I'm going, well, why would you get that model? And why would you, people can talk us out of a good plan very easily if we're impressionable. And so I'm hearing, hold it close to the vest. You're going to just have more time to do this. But whatever you're planning, you're going to invest the time, the effort, and the love, and it's going to come out beautifully. So do not talk yourself out of this beautiful, great thing that is meant for you, group 2. So I love that for you. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below, you guys. I love these cards. This artwork is so fantastic. I just love it. I feel like Colette's artist is so fantastic. I love her. So now we're going to go on to number 3, ears wide open. And I'm definitely hearing for you, stop and really like honor and have reverence for the things you're seeing and hearing. When people are speaking to you, when people you work with, your family members, just pause and go blank. Be a blank page so you can really hear and be involved in like what is being said, so you can interpret it correctly. That way we're not jumping to conclusions. We're not hearing what our ego wants us to hear, which is either terrifically awesome or dramatically bad. You know what I mean? It's almost like when we play the guessing game and people gossip and you hear certain things. Have your ears wide open. And also, you know, I feel like this is a great time too. You're going to remove yourself from people that have like a caustic effect on you. No, they talk way too much. They talk way too much negativity. They talk over you. I wasn't aware of this, but there are people out there until I really started paying attention, because I said, I'm going to pay attention to you know, the interaction with this person, and you'll get into like 2 or 3 words and then they just start talking over you, and it can be an entirely different subject matter, which lets you know they're not honoring or respecting what you have to say. So why in the hell should you also do that for them? So again, listen to the things that impart wisdom, that lift you, that make you feel good, that make you grow, that make you excited about things, right? That's really important. That's so funny because this is actually a different deck, but now that came up, I feel like we'll just have owls aplenty. So loyal heart, I feel that somebody's going to be coming in for you guys, and I'm definitely hear your higher self going, be open to this. Be open to this person that is coming in, and also pay attention to and spend more time with people around you that have a loyal heart to you. That, you know, they don't condemn and criticize and give you a hard time. They truly love you for who you are, not what you can do for them, and show them in little ways. Use, you know, honor them, do little surprises, leave them nice messages. But also, these are for people that are coming in that are also soulmates and companions, that honest to goodness it's everything's going to happen organically, and it's going to happen naturally and in the right time frame. You don't feel pressurized. You don't feel like the heebie-jeebies, like something weird is going on. This person is 100%, and they're in perfect harmony right now with your rhythm. That means you guys are both aligned at the same time with the right things, the right way, the way it is supposed to be. Oh yeah, look at this. The other one got King of Pentacles. So King of Cups definitely talks about somebody who refuels you and refills your cup, you know, through whatever. It could be acts of service. It could be, you know, physical touch. It could be calling, reassuring. But this person, and for some of you guys, this is kindreds too, that are just absolute loyal friends that come in and they're on your wavelength. And they are going to mean the world to you, and you are going to mean the world to them, because you just get it. And I think it's so wonderful. It's really fitting I'm at the beach, because this is where I met one of my favorite kindred spirits and soul sisters in the whole world. Eleni, just walking on the beach, and just started a conversation, and found out she lived only a couple houses away from me, because she was like, you want to come see my art? And I'm like, dude, I live like a couple houses that way. It was the craziest thing. But again, a lot of you guys are calling in these kindreds because it's time for you. It's time for you to avail yourself of the companionship that you deserve. And your higher self is saying, do not settle. Don't get any of these nervous, Nelly, competitive, carry, nut jobs that are out there that can just make you feel like, oh gosh, this is going to be like whatever. You know, it takes work. If we feel like it's work to be with somebody and we can't have just beautiful quiet or silliness or say exactly what we want, you know, it's not the aligned vibration with us. But you have created like the optimal energy for this to happen to you. And you're going to recognize it too. Again, with your ears wide open, how people speak. I am very, very aware of the tones and cadence of people's voices. It really affects me. So if somebody has like a really shrill voice, or they're constantly swearing, or there's just negativity, I shut down a little bit and I disassociate, because it's not my jam. But you know, I still want to be respectful. But this energy that you're creating, this person is aligned with lifting you, with loving you, with caring for you, and vice versa. Again, you're ready for this, and you've put that kind of like thing out to the universe. I'm ready. You put that message out. So watch out. You're going to have lots of synchronicities. And I think because there's so many owls in this, owls are going to play a big part of this. Scepters, tridents, all of these little things, chalices, you'll start to notice those. And right now I feel like Merlin followed me down here because he's cawing, and I always bring this little bag of special nuts and share. You hear that loud thing because I live right up the road, and I swear to God, he's always around. But yeah, you guys, I'm definitely hearing by listening to the cues and the clues in the universe that's being sent to you, you're going to know like where to say yes, where to turn, where to give your focus to, where to, who to spend time with, and be really on the alert for no thanks, no thanks. And you don't feel bad. It's not like you're just disposing of people, but you're protecting your energy and you're saying no thank you. Time is valuable. I'd much rather be sitting right now on this beach by myself talking to you guys than I would with a whole crowd of people, in some nightclub where everybody's just posing and acting ridiculous. There's a time and a place where we have to recuperate and really honor our peaceful selves. And that's something that you're doing. That's why this individual is coming in to kind of fortify that for you, which I love. So that's you, group 3. I'm so excited I was able to come down the beach and do this. I'm going to do a little zoom around. It is, I'm going to try to do as much of these as possible, get out before noon and start filming for y'all, because it is a different light, it's a different climate, it's so amazing. So that's you guys. Again, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to press like and subscribe. It really helps me. And it's like I'd love to continue to do this into my old and gray days, because I absolutely love it. And thank you guys so much for your support. Enjoy your day.